Greetings, beloved, and thanks so much for tuning in to The Water Speaks to Me. I am facilitating as your global water queen, AliNICOLE Waters, and this month is all about the operative flow state of beingness, and I want to share with you 5 things that you should know and focus on this month. These 5 areas to focus on are from the water wisdom that is revealed when I was present with the river of the water of life, according to Revelation 22, verse 1. So I want to share this with you because it's very important that you maximize this month. It's a very powerful month. As we know, it's harvest season, and it's time to really be in the state of flow. That's what we should consistently be operating from. But now is a very, very powerful time. So as I tuned into the river of the water of life, bright as crystal, proceeding out of the throne of God and of the Lamb of God, and here are the areas that we need to focus on this month. So the operative flow state, the first thing that you should know and focus on is about honoring divine timing. Divine timing goes hand in hand with being in divine flow. So make it a priority to be a better steward during this time of honoring your time and others' time. And always be prepared for sudden yet significant changes for the better because they are constantly happening. But you have to be open and you have to be awake and very sensitive to understanding divine timing as you are in divine flow. And the second thing that you should know, an area you should focus on, is honing in on your primary skills. So flowing in your strengths and leveling up in those key areas, and also allowing support to come in for the different areas that maybe are not your strengths. It's a great time to delegate and allow higher level support, whether it's divine support. God sends angels to help assist. But this is the time where you need to really focus on your strengths. And again, and leveling up in those areas or skilling up in those areas, and allow support to come in to assist you in some of the areas that you're trying to make work for you right now, that maybe you're not the best at those areas and you're trying to improve, but this is actually not the time to be trying to skill up in those areas. It's really time to hone in on your primary skills. And number 3 is don't give up on your dreams, even if you feel like giving up. Being in the flow state allows you, or invites you rather, to be grounded in the present and receive the insights about how to take uncommon or alternative approaches to achieve your highest dreams. This is a time where you're able to tune in to the higher awareness, the higher source perspective, God, into the river of life, river of water of life, and receive that wisdom on how you should move forward with your dreams. And it doesn't matter whether this is a dream from the past that you've sort of buried and just figured that's never going to happen. This is the time to revisit those dreams, those goals that you've had, and understand that this is actually the right time for those goals, those dreams to come into fruition, for them to manifest. Because for such a time as this, it's more needed than if it would have happened years ago. So don't give up. This can turn out completely different than you planned for, expected, but the dream will still be fulfilled. But faint not, do not give up. And then the fourth thing that you should know and really focus on this month is about the race against the clock. And the wisdom that came through was about not delaying on taking right inspired actions and implementing, okay, at the proper time. Goes back to the first key area about honoring divine timing. This goes hand in hand. We need to understand the timings that we live in. There's no time to delay on certain things, and you have to be discerning and understand, because there are times where you're trying to move too fast and you need to slow down. And then there are times where you are taking your time. But this is the time where in those areas you need to sort of accelerate. So don't delay, okay? Divine preparation and timely execution are extremely vital during this phase, right? This is a moment-to-moment occurrence. So this is why it's important to stay in the flow state, okay? Unbusy yourself, even though you'll be productive with what you're doing, but allow the wisdom to flow in. And when those insights come, that wisdom comes into your awareness, then you need to ask, what is mine to do with this now? What is mine to act on in the present? So stay in the flow state and know that this is a moment-to-moment thing, right? And this is important so that you know exactly when to act. And the fifth thing that you should know and focus on this month is about lightening your load. Because this next phase of the journey is really about lightness. Okay, so it's time to let go of the unnecessary things that are no longer relevant for your next phase. They're probably no longer relevant for now, but certainly where you're headed, those areas or those aspects, those things are not going to be serving for you in this new greater expansion, okay? So this could be mentally, emotionally, and physically. You need to be lighter in all of those areas. So clear the clutter from the mind, your emotions, physical environment. It's time to lighten your load. And a question that you can ask yourself is, where in life can I lighten up more in order to flow from a higher state of awareness and or a lighter state of beingness? So that's a very, very important question to ask, and to anchor and ground yourself with that, right? So I pray that this River Water of Life update has provided you with what will most serve you in the present. So be sure to revisit these. I would suggest every week, and to make sure that you're in the divine flow, that you are operating in this flow state and accomplishing what you need to accomplish, receiving the insights and the wisdom that's going to most serve you, and allow these 5 things that I received the wisdom from that you needed to know to be those trigger points to stimulate more growth and expansion for you to get into action and to bring into fruition those things that it's time for. And this just it levels you up in ways like never before. So again, this month is about being in the operative flow state of beingness. And be sure to follow Global Water Queen on Facebook. And with that being said, I wish you the best for this month. That is the water speaks to me for this wisdom for the month. And I will catch you on the next wave of wisdom. Be blessed.